welcome to White Regis TV Film Review and Preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This week, Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts was released on home video. The film is the 36th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and stars Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, Wyatt Russell, Hannah John Kamen, David Harbour and Julia Louis-Dreyfus, reprising their roles from previous MCU media, and they're joined in this film by a new cast member, Lewis Pullman. So, the film revolves around a group of anti-heroes getting caught in a deadly trap and being forced to work together to survive. The film famously received positive reviews from critics who praised the film and said it reminded them of Marvel's earlier successes, but the film underperformed at the box office, and there was a very famous marketing campaign where they released Thunderbolts with an asterisk in the title, and then after opening day they started doing some marketing of the film as the new Avengers. So I was not a fan of that marketing campaign. So I watched it for the first time this week, and I went in with high expectations because it was highly regarded by both critics and fans, and I love a good Marvel movie. However, I was disappointed that despite the good chemistry between the cast and their performances during the big climax, the film is stagnant. It stumbles out the gate, and it's hampered by a bad and frankly cringy script, as well as cheap-looking set pieces. It was just bad. I give the film 2.5 stars out of 5. Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts is now on home video, and they haven't actually announced a Disney Plus release date, so we don't know when that's coming to Disney Plus. So you'll have to watch it on DVD and Blu-ray. You have to watch it on Blu-ray now. Because I don't know, maybe they're changing up their strategy. This weekend, Freakier Friday is released in cinemas. The film is a sequel to 2003's Freaky Friday and stars Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis reprising their roles from the first film. So they didn't release a plot synopsis for the film. But from the looks of the trailer, because I did watch the trailer, it's more body swapping shenanigans. But this time they include more characters on the body swapping shenanigans. I've not seen the original film, so yeah, I had to know. The film also stars Mark Harmon reprising his role from Freaky Friday, this being his first non-NCIS role in nearly 15 years after departing the show in 2021. And Manny Jacinto is joining the cast of Freakier Friday. He's most famous for his roles in The Good Place and Star Wars The Acolyte. So the early reviews for the film are at least about 80% positive, given that it's now release weekend. I don't know how that's adjusted, but I think a lot of critics found it to be fun. And so Freakier Friday is playing in cinemas now. Right now. Also playing in cinemas this weekend is Weapons, a mystery horror film, which is the new film from horror fan favourite director Zach Krieger, who directed 2022's Barbarian, which was very popular with critics, but I think it was also very popular with horror fans. So Weapons stars Josh Brolin, Julia Garner, Alden Ehrenreich, Austin Abrams, and Benedict Wong. So it's got a few Marvel people in there as well. So big names, few Marvel people. The film revolves around 17 children from a woman's classroom simultaneously waking up and running off into the night about 2:17 in the morning. with the community left questioning what is behind the children's disappearance and did their teacher have something to do with it. So, I think so far the early reviews for the film were overwhelmingly positive. Like at one point it was at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not sure how that's been adjusted since I wrote my notes, but I do know it is doing quite well with critics, and people are loving Zach Cregan's sophomore feature. So Weapons is playing now in cinemas now. That's all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week where I'll be talking about Nobody 2, the Bob Odenkirk action sequel film. I'll also be talking about the new Celine Song film Materialist. It's been out for a few weeks, for a couple of months in America. And the new body horror film Together, starring real-life married couple Alison Brie and Dave Franco. So I'll see you next time.